and creating new opportunities for growth and innovation. I, Nitya Shukla, welcome all fellow entrepreneurs to today's session, AI Workforce 2030, preparing for jobs that don't yet exist. As we navigate the uncharted territory of the future of work, these quotes remind us that the key to success lies in embracing innovation, augmenting human capabilities, and inventing the future we want to create. We are honored to have with us today a distinguished leader and expert in the field of human resources and innovation, Mr. Amit Kataria. As the COO and co-founder of Saras AI Institute, Amit sir brings a unique blend of strategic vision, leadership expertise, and academic rigor to this table. His impressive career spans over 2 decades, during which he has made significant contributions to the field of human resource management. Sir's academic credentials are equally impressive. He holds a PhD degree in human resource management and has served on the boards of several prestigious universities. He has also been named as among India's top HR power leaders. Today, Amit sir will share his insights on the future of work and the impact of artificial intelligence on the workforce. It is clear that AI will continue to transform industries and create new job opportunities that we cannot yet imagine. But what does this mean for workers, educators, and organizations? In this session, we will explore the key trends and drivers shaping the future of work, and also provide practical guidance on how to prepare for jobs that don't yet exist. He will draw on his extensive experience and expertise to offer insights on the skills, competencies, and mindsets required to thrive in an AI-driven economy. Please join me in welcoming Amit Kataria sir to the stage as he shares his expertise and insights on the topic AI Workforce 2030, preparing for jobs that don't yet exist.
Welcome to IIT. We're really honored to have you here. And myself, Meghna Bhargava. So before we dive deeper into the questions, we would like to know, how is it journey so far? How is it here?
I can take the mic, that one. Hey, that's okay, no? Fine?
ये रिकॉर्डिंग में जाएंगे
अच्छा
लगा देंगे
तो वहाँ पे खड़े होके बात कर लेंगे ना अरे ये तो काम ही नहीं कर रहा ना दिस इज नॉट वर्किंग
You have
अरे फिर आपको वहाँ जाना पड़ेगा
नहीं,
बात
नहीं,
तो
नहीं,
वही है
सर,
कर रहा है ओके वंडरफुल ओके हाँ all right okay so should we all start wonderful so Meghna thank you very much no it's been truly an honor to be here today among the brilliant mind of this university, this country, and all smiling faces. It makes my day to start with. So Megha asked, before we delve into the questions, I should tell more about me. Okay, so let's start with, if you see and happen to go through any profile, you see there is always a path to journey where an individual achieves something and then goes on keep adding those milestones in the career. Mine is not different. And if you see my career and journey, it's a pure testament to the power of continuous learning and evolution. What started as a pure love for science through my BSc in physics honors, it led me to an emerging world of technologies, which led me to again do masters in computer application. So when I was done with having to know a little bit of science, a little bit of technology, the intersection of both of it, right, kind of make me curious about that. If we add all aspects of things I've learned till today to the human potential, what would happen? And that led me to again choose to do a MBA in HR. And I'm still continuously learning by pursuing a PhD. So all that journey towards the education side completes this. And what is truly unique about this journey is, if you see, from science to technology to human capital, I always aspired every day to contribute to the positive side of what we want to become as a person, right? So professionally, I started from a company called Motorola, and then I joined a firm called Hanu, which was founded by your alma mater, Anil Singh. And then, continue to head human resources for major IT companies in India and across the globe. Across the way, as Ms. Shukla pointed out, winning various awards, accolades, and all that learning in the journey. And then, it added for us to start Saras. And which is, I think, I would say, it's exciting for everyone to know here about is that these experience of different domains helped us to make what we are trying to do in Saras today. And pretty much all about me. If there is anything I can add, Meghna, I would love to do that.
Yeah, sir, that was inspiring, sir. Yeah. A few years ago, the artificial intelligence was not as trending it is today, widely discussed as it is today. So, what made you enter into this field? I don't think that time it was chosen as the mainstream. What was the spark that made you enter into this field?
Yes, very interesting. No, you see that everything comes to the one boiling point: how well you are prepared for the future, right? And if you see the evolution of humans, technology, and anything, you see that the people who are turned successful today are the ones who have seen the future. Okay, and I, with all my friends, always constantly evolve that what is coming next. And I'll give you one example from the journey. That when we were running the IIT company, back in 2004, 5, and later years, you see that cloud was emerging, right? And we were among the first companies as a Hanu who saw that opportunity and grabbed it. We became Microsoft's top partner in the whole world within a span of 2 to 3 years because we saw that it's going to come. That's how the AI is. Because I see the world is changing very rapidly. It's just not about automating of jobs. What I see is the skills which we need today are being penetrated by technologies and the artificial intelligence, and the whole perception about how this technology world is going to change made me think that AI is the future now, as it was. You anticipated. When internet came, people had 100 different opinions about it, but it changed the world we see today, right? This is how the fire changed the world. This is how the wheel changed the world. This is how internet changed the world. And in my personal opinion, I see that AI has the same potential to change the world the way it is. And yes, that is the reason we grabbed it.
Yeah, that's great. So, behind every successful leader, there is some role or some role model or an industrial figure whom you have looked up for a role model. So, is there any figure in the industry? So,
yeah, Meghna, there are many. Rather, I would say, I have been fortunate enough to work with many, dignitaries, very renowned persons through all my academic as well as professional journey. As I serve on most of the boards and universities in India and abroad, I happen to meet those people with lots of wisdom. And if I have to name one, I would say I appreciate Satya Nadella. Why so? Because his transformation of Microsoft culture has changed fortunes for Microsoft, right? And I come from human resource background, and I see this is very, very important he did. And then, as I said, many figures who constantly inspire us to do new things all day, all together, and this one person is among many of that truly inspires and leads that inspiration clock in my mind that if you really want to do something, work with the human first, and that's what Satya also did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, sir. Now, as a student, I myself find the schedule really hectic, and I find it really difficult to take out time for my leisure. So I am really interested to know what is your interest in to do in leisure times, and like what are your hobbies? What do you love?
Yeah. Sure, very interesting. So all young folks here would be interested, right? I think there is, I pointed out yesterday, is a very small gap between your age and my age, just probably a decade or two. But it's very, very important for you to self-realize and see that how can I re-energize myself. And one way of doing it, that you have to detach yourself with everything, at least for some time in your schedules. I give you an example. So I'm a nature enthusiast. What it means that I want to be away from technology and everything for a few days in a year, I say, as to the possible, where I'm away from the all known things of life other than food and basic necessities. Recently what I did is just, the year gone, I tracked to a lake in Kashmir, which is called Tulian Lake. It's almost, it's fascinating to do that. No internet, no phone, other than one guide of yours, and then it's a family we track. And that gives the peace you need in mind and in your mental stature to take you away from all the distractions. That's what I personally did. And as a student, I also want to share that you are constantly in a loop of doing things which you don't realize that are adding value to do that or not. So everyone has their own space of joy, if you find. So try to find that space of joy in your individual lives, which takes you away from your current realities, right? And that, I think, is a way you can explore that, how you can be free of those, the burdens you get carrying on your mind and life, and be energized. And pick up some sport, though everyone says that, but it truly works. I play lawn tennis at least twice, thrice a week, and those 1 or 2 hours session daily gives me that energy to keep the day going and all that. And guys, you can always tell me if it's getting boring in terms of the interactions. We can always take some more fun questions and all. So this is how I do it. This is what my schedule goes.
It was interesting to know, like, you are a person who loves to travel and
Yes.
nature.
Yeah.
That's nice. And as the CEO of the AI Institute, what inspired you to play such a crucial role in the establishment of this AI Institute? Like, did you find some gap, or there was a vision that you had to create this platform?
Yes. Yeah, very interesting. And then I think it's applicable to all of us in the room now. As you all know, my background is human resources. I had HRs for multinationals. And one of my KPIs in my career was that I needed to recruit best and the brilliant of mind across the globe. And in that persuasion, when I went, I met thousands of people. We went to most of the IITs, NITs, private universities. And the one thing which was very, very evident, and mark me, there was a huge skill gap, and there still is, between what academia is producing and what industry is expecting. So that is something which came as a problem statement for us to solve. And I felt that answer is that you have to equip the future generation with a skill which is coming to their rescue for the next wave of the workforce come. And that's how this whole mindset started, that we wanted to bridge that gap. And AI is that answer that we want to do, and that's how the CERES came into existence. So even if you ask or not ask, CERES is not just started as the AI Education Institute. CERES is here to reimagine AI education. Most of AI education you are seeing around is about giving you some perspective and fundamentals about this and that, some courses around data sciences, Python and all. But if you go through CERES curriculum, you will find it very unique in a term that it equips you, or it makes you ready for your career, for the role you want to become in your life, for the job you want to do day in, day out when you step out as a first day of your career. So that's what came as an idea. We pursued it. We spent good time preparing for that. We took lots of AI advisors known to the world and collaborated and prepared one curriculum which sets you towards the success of AI life.
That was
Yeah.
What are some of the most exciting or interesting projects that the institute is currently working on? And what are the research areas that you believe have the greatest potential?
Well, yes, awesome question. So I would answer it in two ways. I would start from the second first. That in respect to that research, we are doing something with IIT BHU itself. It's in proposition state. We're trying to automate a process within BHU so it benefits the student fraternity at large. Sorry, I cannot disclose more detail, but then this is something we're trying to do, and when it takes the shape, you will know in the greater sense. But as a CERES, if you ask me, and which is my personal project as well, along with leaders sitting in the room from CERES, is that I see there is a great potential between human and AI collaboration, right? So what is perceived today, Meghna, is that AI will eat our job, AI will do this and that, right? There is a common fear among the generation that somehow this advancement of AI will eat up to their careers prospect. But I feel very opposite to it. And that's the reason, I want to add up is that this aspects of human and AI collaboration is a project we have taken and we will do so at the larger benefit of society, it will take a shape as something beautiful and makes everyone benefited out of it.
That is nice.
Yeah, we are trying everything possible.
What guidance would you offer to the students who are really passionate about building a successful career in this artificial intelligence field?
Okay, so guys, listen to me at least. See me just we will not go any more. 5 minutes we will wrap this. So, guys, okay, who can tell me what is the question Meghna asked? Meghna asked. Yes.
What is your advice on people who want to go into AI?
Right. Okay. Anybody wants to add more details? What Meghna asked? Okay, no, so anyways, so that's how this whole thing comes together when we are in one room trying to learn from each other. And I was telling someone yesterday, and it's very, very important, not related to your question, but I will come but I want to discuss this first is, today you are here in this room for let's say 1 hour of your life, right? And I told you yesterday also, I said the same thing to one of your friends. That 1 hour in your life has a finite value. Let's say if we take human average span of 70 years, that 1 hour is how much percent of your life? Anyone? 1 hour of 70 years. So that's what happens. So there is a rational number which comes when you do that. And that means the percentage of your life which you have given to me today and I've given to you will never come back. And unless there is no value add, we have wasted that time. I don't want to waste mine, neither should you. So coming back to the same question which Navneena asked is, what advice do I give to students today? I want to start with that most of the times I've seen, we lack a general sense that what output should I expect from the life today or what I'm doing. And in this process of constant thinking about future, what is coming, we lose our focus or we lose to stay curious. In a nutshell, to answer Meghna is, no matter what, you have to stay curious. You have to take everything with why, what if, not, and get answers to that. And if you start taking something on the face value of it, it's not taking anywhere. The second part of the question is that what advice other than this is. If you see about the AI perspective, AI is just not about you learning some technology and then getting to adapt to your daily life. So AI is about that your fundamentals are strong, your mathematics and algorithm capabilities are strong. So to start with, you have to create that learning where your fundamentals are always rock solid. That once that is done, nobody can take that away. And then to build up your AI career is you have to engage yourself in a real life AI projects. Because what matters, and what I've seen, and I repeated, I'm sorry I'm repeating myself again, is that most of the institutions in the current world today, most of, not all, are focused in a traditional way of teaching the technology itself. Right? Just imagine if you're learning about a chemical reaction and it's just all on the blackboard, in contrast to if you see that happening in the lab, you will have more impactful. Same with the AI learning. It's not that you read books and keep reading them without engaging yourself in real world artificial intelligence projects. In a context not to the sake of selling service time and again to you, you can take help from institutions like CERUS to build your AI portfolio. Let me give you one example. Let's say, do not take me as a founder of CERUS. Take me as a HR. And I'm meeting prospects, all you, for a job I have, a AI engineer. What would my focus or my factors to select or not select you? And I've worked with, as I said, 20 years in the industry, most of HR heads in India are good friends. And we all go with one same factor is, are you a job ready or not? At the end of it. Of course, aligning with the organization's culture and seeing how you fit into that. The most important factor for you being selected for any job is that are you role ready for that job or not? And about AI, how do I predict that you are job ready or not? My go-to solution would be that what kind of portfolio do you have in artificial intelligence? What kind of projects have you made? How deep are you into practicality things of artificial intelligence? So the single piece of advice to close this question is, make a very diversified and vast portfolio of AI projects and do it yourself. Take help from institutes like CERUS who can help you build those portfolio and set you ready for the AI journey if you want to make career in AI. And I hope that answers me. Awesome.
And what are the significant challenges that AI industry is facing today? And what are the strategies and innovations that are being developed to address these?
Yeah, so as like other emerging technologies and rest of the things coming, there are always challenges, you cannot escape that. And I may have touched upon this already, is this, when AI was coming, is people perceived it as automation of tasks simply. But let me tell you all that it is not just simply automating things through the AI. The challenge is that how do we humanize AI? And that I think is the biggest channel we face within this context, that how do we keep that harmony between artificial intelligence and human skills? Or rather, we say that humanizing AI is going to be, putting in a context that we don't lose the emotions as we have a human in the world of technology. So remain human in the world of technologies. That's something, is the biggest challenge I face, or I see people who face.
Yeah, even I have read in the site, like, is it possible for artificial intelligence to get the human emotions?
Exactly, right. So the biggest challenge in one statement is that to remain human in the world of technology.
That's really interesting, and we are very excited about it.
Yeah.
And AI is really revolutionizing. And then how will it influence the business in the society? Like the businesses and the societies in the next few decades years?
Yes, interesting. If you see the topic behind us is that preparing for the jobs that don't exist, right? So what it means that you are chartering in the future which nobody know about. And we are trying to get the answer of something which I don't know. Would you know today that who would you, let's say, if I'm sitting here, or I'll take back my life to 30 years, I would never know that I will be married to a beautiful girl called Pooja and would have a son in this year, right? But if you ask me, I have all answers with me because this is the person, this is the name, this is the age, this is how. Same it happens with AI. Currently, we know that is a progression. Life, when moves on, you have a certain path that it gets you to your happiness, your success, brings you money and all that. Same with jobs in AI. You need to remain on the path, I'm sorry I'm repeating, that you have to constantly keep learning and evolving. AI jobs will not replace the traditional jobs. It would add value for you to do that job in fraction of time as it's taking today. And that's something you need to spend your skills today and gaining it, that how you can be ready to that learning of artificial intelligence, which makes you ready for the jobs which are coming to you. So again, keep your fundamental strongs in maths, mathematics, and sort of programming, if you enjoy that. And then keep learning or progressing on those paths, for the jobs are coming to you. Currently, if you see the jobs are what? Talking about AI in perspective, it's probably generative AI engineers, prompt engineers, data science. These are the few of the roles which are existing today. But for the future, I see more beyond these AI roles of today. But the base of these jobs and skills would remain so that you have to be strong in these 5 technological skills. And the last, before I wrap this answer, is other than these technology skills adaptations, you really need to be a person who is ready to adapt itself for the changes coming to you. You cannot be rigid. You cannot say, I don't want to learn this because my strong forte is this. Hands up, fine, I'm done with this. No. In order to you remain relevant to the future job market, constantly evolve yourself, keep learning, and whatever is you're being seeing in technology world, you should be seeing this as from the human lens as well.
Yes.
I hope that answers not confuses you more.
Yes, we got the point. And now the artificial intelligence, how will we take steps to improve the education system? What are the steps that have to be taken to leverage AI so that it will improve the education system?
This is very beautiful, Meghna. I think I'm glad you really asked us. So, if you see, and I did speak to you about it, is that there is a gap, as we discussed, between what we expect as an industry and what academia is producing. And AI has a huge potential in filling that gap. Because if you ask me today, I go to any campus, I recruit someone, Meghna, and it takes me 6 to 1 year for that person, for him to reskill or rather upgrade his skill or make him or her come to that level where he is a job ready. With the AI, what I see forthcoming is that it has a potential to giving you that personalized learning paths, right? It's not like it's fitting one for all scenario as it is today, right? So if you, as a student learning fundamentals of physics from the one book, everyone else is learning. Irrespective, I may finish 4 chapters in one day. Rather, let's say example, Aman would finish in one day, I will take month, right? But in this process, I will lag. AI has this potential to create those personalized journeys, learning journeys, where it would be at my own pace, at my own adaptive learning. Whatever I find hard, there would be more focus to give more context and examples to that. And whatever I find easy, I will sail it through. Individual to individual, person to person, I am a strong believer that in this aspect, AI has a huge potential, and that's how it will impact the whole scenario in general about AI in education. Yes?
Yeah, that was nice. Now, the relationship between AI and human intelligence is like an intense matter of debate. So, do you believe that human intelligence will be replaced by AI at any point?
I think nothing is impossible, right? So, if you see the sci-fi movies, of 70s, when you watch it, something is wrong with the mic anyways, okay? Hello? Okay. So that's happening currently. I see what we are envisioning now in terms of how the human intelligence is collaborating with AI is just at the very start. It will go to way beyond that, your thoughts, as you talk about your neuron level integration would happen in a future with machines to make things happen as you think. Currently what happened, you are prompting, right? You are asking. In near future, I would see that the next advancement would be a neural level linkage between machines and humans, and that's why we bring this whole collaborative nature between intelligence, human intelligence, humans, and technology in general.
Yeah, but I also had a doubt, like now we are because we have artificial intelligence, we make our work very less, we just keep all the burden on it and we stop thinking. I have seen that we do that
Yes.
most of the time. So do you think that time human intelligence would somewhere
No, to an extent you are right, but see from the level that if you are using some AI tool, give me an example, which tools are you using, let's say?
Now say ChatGPT.
Right. So if you use GPT now, you're using it to get your mundane tasks done, right? So let's say you went to the GPT and asked, okay, what question should I ask for Amit, right? And GPT will give you 10 different lists based on what. Then you will give more inputs. Okay, Amit's background is this. Now, can you customize question? There will be another set of questions. What had happened is GPT made it possible for you to then do a task which you would have then taken 1 hour in few minutes, few seconds, right? In a scheme of these things, what Meghna has now 59 more minutes to concentrate and focus on, let's say, joy of life, be more happy, or maybe doing other stuff which is equally critical for her. So that's what I see. You have not lost on your intelligence path. You save the time to be more productive in your life, which gives you more happiness and joyful, and probably more time to you giving back. So at least you can contribute more.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Now for this space, the AI is evolving. What influence will it have in the direction of the research and the development? What will be that?
So I think, we covered this before. Yeah. So students want to ask something, but anyways, we'll keep it. So I don't know how many questions do we have, but we want to open it for students. They are getting anxious. Why Meghna is asking so many questions? So I lost my thoughts on the last question you had. Was it that research and development, right? So if you see, so one way of seeing it that you have to do some context reading in what kind of budgets are being brought into the R&D of institutions, right? And I can tell you based on some raw data, it's ever high. If X corporation in 2020 was devoting X billions, now it's 3X billions, just because the technology, you cannot afford to remain behind where everyone else is going forward. So it's bringing lots of innovations, and within just few months, if you have seen. And one example, I will give you guys 5 more minutes and we'll be done then. Listen. So rate of change in current time has kind of evolved very much. The example is, let's see, if you go to the age of fire, right, when we were just wandering in the wilderness of this planet, it took us thousands and thousands of years to invent wheel and to be stationed at one place, from nomads to the habitants, right? Thousands and thousands of years. And from those thousands of years when wheel and fire came to the age of industrialization, it only took few hundred years. Do you agree? Awesome. From that industrialization age to the age of coming to computers and internet, it took us only decades, right? From 1,000 years to centuries to decades. And from computers to today, it took us only years. What is happening now, and why I built a context? In this today's age being done, when we talk about AI, it's just taking us days and hours. Imagine when was the first model of GPT came? Within a 1 month, second model come. Within few days, another model come. Now we have Chat, Seek, and 100 different Perplexity, and then Claudia, Gemini. So these models are changing. Why? Because companies are putting that research and development efforts. It's not happening in isolation, Meghna. People are doing so. The rate of change of advancement in AI and technologies is far greater than we could have imagined. And what took us thousands and thousands of years are happening in just a few hours today. And that's the impact AI is having on research and development. Sorry, the answer was long, but I wanted to give a perspective to students in general.
That was really nice, sir. Thank you for your advices, and
Yeah.
I'm really grateful. And I am really grateful for having this opportunity with you.
Thank you very much, Meghna.
The house is open for the questions.
And I must caution, I'm all open to any questions other than relationship advices. Okay, I'm very bad in that.
Hello sir, what are the mistakes that you have made in your career path?
Okay, what's your name, my friend?
Ritik Verma.
Ritik. Yeah, please say it, please say it. So Ritik has asked me, what mistakes did I make in my career? Okay. I actually never thought about it, but Ritik, you made me through. I visited the journey when I started, and the one part if you see and I answered is, I was very fascinated with science. I wanted to be a physics scholar, do a MSc and PhD in physics, and then want to become a scientist. But if you see, after graduation, I ended up becoming, from the emerging technologies, I did my MCA, and then I decided to do MBA and then a PhD. So I would not say mistake, but I would say if I would have more wisdom that time, I would have cut short the period to find out what I want to become as a professional, right? I would have saved those 5-6 years. But as I said, learning never go waste. Because of my fundamentals in that path, I still love. So if a kid come to me asking, Father, I'm studying, is it 10th grade? Can you tell me what Ohm's law is? If I am not enjoy, I would not remember what Ohm's law is. By the way, who remembers the Ohm's law here? Okay, yeah, Ritik. Absolutely. Because Ritik loved what he studied and his fundamentals strong. So learning never go waste, first. But I took more time to realize what I want to be. And that's, I think, I would have done better on that aspects. If that answers your question. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mugutule Ganji. I want to ask, is it really necessary for me to go through AI if I want to have an AI company? Like I can help people who knows AI apart from me going into doing the AI company. Is it necessary for me to go through the path of learning AI?
Okay, very good. Mukutulu, right? So tell me, who is the founder of Apple? Yes. So, did Steve Jobs know how to code?
No, I don't think so.
And he ended up building one of the largest companies on the planet.
Okay.
So, I think you should self-explain your question, but let me put a context. For you to build an AI enterprise, what matters is that you understand the basics, pillars of how this technology works. You don't need to be proficient in scripting Python, but you need to know the basic pillars. So at least when you're working around a project, you essentially understand the larger schemes of it. Is it precise? No, you don't need to be AI expert to build an AI enterprise, but you should know what AI is. Yeah, okay. How much time do we have, Meghna? Okay, cool. No, what time do we have today? Good afternoon. Oh, my name is Amit. So, sir and man culture has gone from the time, the colonies left us. So, if you want to call me, Amit is something, my parents named me and I love to listen to that.
Okay, sir. First, I want to congratulate you.
Next time you say, sir, you have to owe me 50 rupees. Amit.
Okay.
Amit. Yes.
Sir, I want to know.
But somebody paid 50 rupees from me.
Mr. Amit, I want to know how your perspective changed from human resource to an AI resource.
Okay, what's your name, you said?
Vishnu.
Vishnu, okay, very Vishnu. No, my perspective never changed and still not changed from HR to AI. Have a seat, that's all. What I started doing is, I'm using more AI to get leverage of human potential. Simple. So it's not that I'm not an HR person anymore, I am. But what I do is, I use more technology now to understand things better, to get into details of human psychic, understanding how things work. And I always remain a HR-centric profession, even as a co-founder and CEO of Ceres. Because that's what, whole last 20 years of my journey been. And that experience is living with me every moment I speak to you and I come to any institution like BHU. Thank you.
Hello, Amit.
Yeah.
My name is Dipali. As you said, the AI market is getting crowded. So, what strategy do you follow in a startup to get ahead in this AI ecosystem?
Thank you, Dipali. Very nice question. So, I don't know how many of you have gone to Ceres profile, but let me give you some light on that. So it will answer you, Dipali. And please be settled. So Ceres is not just any other AI educational institute. We are world's first AI only US based degree granted institution. What it means that currently there is no competition to that. Right? What we are doing is one of its own. Ceres has no exams. we don't ask students to go and prove themselves that what have you learned. We ask them to create AI projects, so you create your own life around those curriculum and be successful. And that's thing, we are beating a competition in that age. And second is, most of the institutes you see around Dipali, they are certificate institutes, right? Whereas SERES is a degree granted institutes. Third, if you see, our curriculum is aligned to roles. We do not want to teach you anything. We want to set you up for the job you want to do. Let's say if I am at undergraduate level and I want to become, let's say, generative AI engineer. For me, what are the choices? I would enroll in some courses, take few certificates, and I would end up taking dozens of certificates with no value to actual, making me more job worthy. Imagine, in contrast, I enroll in a job-oriented course where I know, in order for me to be a data engineer, or whether I would say, AI generative engineer, these are the KPIs of the job. And within the program like SERES, you are learning and experimenting with those KPIs every day of your learning path. So that's, I think, we have a competitive edge, Dipali, and that's the learning of future. Plus, SERES is building the most adaptive AI-centric learning system. Aman, who is a CTO of SERES, he's IIT Delhi alumni, is working on that path that if I, as a student, as Meghna and I discussed about the adaptive nature of what fascinates me most, that I should be given the opportunity to excel as I want at my pace and what I want to learn on my strength and weaknesses basis. So that's a larger answer, Dipali, for the question you asked.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Yes.
This is Mohit Singh from second year. So my question is that what can Indian startups can learn from the global AI leaders like ChatGPT, Google, and other global AI leaders?
Yeah, Mohit, relevant. So it's not like currently, but it's not that currently we are not learning, right? So everyone is currently talking about Chat right? Sorry, what is that company? DeepSeek, right? So what they were able to do that is within a smaller number of GPUs imported in almost 4 years back with limited resources, they are able to generate the same model at fraction of money, almost like they spent $6 million in contrast to billions what GPT took, right? So India, in the perspective, if you see, is not lagging behind, I would say. It's just that, I think we are more immersive in that experience we want to build for our, whole AI model. With the Government of India initiatives as well, just yesterday itself I was reading that, we have committed more than 20,000 GPUs by Government of India to the startups who want to experiment. And sooner or later it will pay up, Mohit. And in a year or two, I see, in my personal opinion, that we would be at the forefront of that advancement in AI, and our mission, even SERES believes in that, and we are working very hard to make India as an AI capital of the world. So the companies like us and others who are trying to do would have the breakthrough very soon to put India at that map where rest of the companies are today, and whether we will excel them in a short run. That's my opinion, I feel. Yes.
Hi,
Yeah.
this is Parth. So I'm a student by profession, but I have always something for business and entrepreneurship in my mind. So if you were a student in the current time, so what would you prefer as would you go for research or focus on building AI products, AI?
Yeah. So Parth, very interesting, and I often think about it, right? So as a student, if you are involved in a degree, I see students take it as their destination itself. And I think this is the fundamentally most false narrative you are building in your mind. So the degree you are enrolled in Mohit is not your destination. It's a podium for you to start for the next part, right? Or whatever journey you have been going through, use to add that skills which make you ready for the jobs of future. Not depending, okay, having this degree define your career, rather use this as a path where whatever you want to learn makes you better in the job you want to do. And that's my answer to you.
With this, I thank you, sir. We are deeply grateful for the insightful and thought-provoking words you shared with us today. Your expertise and passion for shaping the future of work are truly inspiring, and your presentation has provided us with a valuable food for thought. On behalf of the organizers and attendees, I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation for your time, expertise, and willingness to share your knowledge with us. Your contribution to this session has been invaluable, and we are honored to have you with us today. Please join me in extending a warm round of applause to Mr. Amit Kataria. Now I request Mr. Kanji, the head of branding at IIT BHU, to felicitate Amit sir.
Oh, here it is. Come here?
Yes.
Thank you. Dipanshu, you okay. Yeah. Thank you.
With this, we now proceed for a short break. With Mr. Sudeepan Sinha as the next guest, we will continue from 1:30 p.m. Thank you.